As I get older, I find myself thinking a lot more about legacy. What is it I want to leave behind for my son and his family and for the kids that they'll have? It's tempting to think that what we pass down that's most important is things like a business or money or assets. But the reality is, what ends up getting passed on are the stories and the small things, the values that we hold so close. And there's no better story, I think, to demonstrate that than the story of Corrie ten Boom and her family, as detailed in the book The Hiding Place that she wrote after her experiences. She and her family hid 800 Jews, they estimate, from the Nazis during World War II. And what strikes me about this story is not just the number. I mean, the number is unbelievable, but 100 years before, Corrie ten Boom's grandfather, William, had gone to a church service, and the pastor there was talking about the peace of Jerusalem. And he came home so impressed with that sermon that he told his family they were going to have a prayer meeting every week and pray for the peace of Israel. And they did. They absolutely did that for 100 years. I don't know about you, but I don't know anybody who's done a 100-year streak on anything. So that right there is pretty remarkable. But they had that prayer meeting every week, and it was only broken when the family was arrested in 1944 by the Nazis. And so what that tells me is that Corrie ten Boom and her father and her sister didn't really have to sit and think about that decision. Are they going to save the Jews? Are they not going to save the Jews? What's the right thing to do? It really wasn't so much a social justice situation and more about the fact that this is one of their deeply held values as a family. Of course we save the Jews. It's what we do. It's part of who we are. And so I think that's something that in terms of legacy, you pass on things that aren't always so obvious, but then when history presents an opportunity to you, because you have those values and because you know who you are as a person and as a family, then you know how to step into that historical moment. And I was just really encouraged. I've always been encouraged by this story. And I just wanted to share that with you. So again, if you haven't picked up this book, you can find it in just about any thrift store. I'm sure it's still in print. It's a really great book and it's very encouraging. And I promise you it will inspire you.